Hello everyone, this is Joanna. Thank you so much for coming back. This is going to be your mid-month April reading for 2018. I am continuing to do different things, to try different things and see what you like and how you like it, and you seem to have liked the last one. So I will continue doing that, and I will keep continuing to add new things just so you can kind of tell me what you like and what you would like more of. New moon falls on April 15, 2018, and this signifies brand new beginnings, starting new, starting fresh, the next phase of crossroads, new options, new beginnings. I kept seeing the number 6 in my mind, which is all about stability, harmony, peace, balance. It's the Lover's card in a traditional tarot deck, and that card actually came up a few minutes later when I was putting cards down, and they asked me to use this specific deck. I'm using the regular Rider-Waite deck, this guy, for those of you who want to know. So yeah, it's very much new conditions, new beginnings. I almost want to say congratulations to some of you. Looks like you are either going to be engaged, or you are engaged, or there is going to be a commitment that will be solidified in the next little while. So this is for the period of the next 3 weeks or so. So let's say till mid-May or so. But when it comes to the engagement, I feel this is within the next few months. So that's not going to be for all of you, obviously. It's going to be for some of you. And this is an absolutely general reading. So I asked for information that pertains to most of us, not just particular sign. When I added all the numbers of the cards, guess what it came to? Number 6. And you have number 6 as the overall theme. So there's definitely a lot of rejuvenation, balance coming to you, you working on balance, you knocking on new doors and new doors opening to you, and I hear the word satisfaction. So definitely a progress going forward, I feel. What I also received from meditation is that many of you are coming or will be coming out of a certain emotional state. So whether it is state of stagnation, you felt stagnant, whether you felt, I hear the word incomplete, whether you felt emotionally very unbalanced. It could be a more specific situation with work or spouse. Point is, I saw many of you coming out of a certain heightened emotional state. For some of you, this is coming out of hiding, and I was shown the state of depression for some of you, state of isolation for some of you. Coming out of hiding, this is what I want to say. Interestingly enough, also in my meditation, I kept seeing the moon. So the moon is all about fears, overcoming fears, looking at the bigger aspect, or the darker aspect of ourselves. And that the moon signified what you are leaving behind. So if you have had a lot of emotional disturbances in your life in the last little while, or you felt emotionally not complete, is what comes up. You are leaving that phase, many of you, and for some of you, this was about a state of mind that could have been something like depression. The symbol I'm being given is being shown to me that many of you are working on building up your confidence, on turning around the way you feel about yourself, the way you speak about yourself to the world, and this would be speaking more in satisfactory ways versus ways that are derogatory. So this speaks to endings of certain way of thinking and believing about yourself as a person in general, and that always shifts perception. I also saw for many of you, this is going to be a time for rest and rejuvenation. For some of you, there will be a trip that you are planning, because I saw you soaking up the sun. For some of you, I felt the warmth of the sun, which signified to me a sense of peace, a sense of I'm okay, a sense of peace from what I have been previously enduring. That's what I want to say. Soaking up the sun rays, yes. Self-care. So self-care is also being very much highlighted here. For some of you, I feel you need to carefully examine your body for whatever reason and carefully look at things. And I feel this is more about maybe having physical checkups. Maybe for some of you, it's time your body's changing and you need to figure out what it's about. But I'm seeing, somebody looking at your body in a very, somebody looking at your body for something, either to recognize something, to look for something. So this would be health connected. And then I saw many or some of you changing your environment from wet to dry. So this could be that you are moving from a place of where you live that was maybe more wet and you're moving more to drier parts. Perhaps you are living somewhere where it's fairly dark and damp and you are going somewhere where it's much drier. This again could be you going for vacation, soaking up the sun because it's time to rejuvenate. And many of you are putting things behind you. The card that represents the theme of what we're working with is again the Lovers, 6. And I keep hearing the word satisfaction. So we are all hopefully working towards satisfaction. But it is shown here that many of you will actually receive the feeling of satisfaction in the next little while. It is also a symbol of balance. I feel opportunity being presented to you. There is a lot of divine guidance, I want to say. I also feel there's an opportunity to run into people or situations that will be, number one, convenient, whatever that means, but also auspicious or fruitful. So there's definitely a feeling of meeting someone new. This could be very much a work situation. It could be friendship. It could be lovers. We have lovers here, right? Point is that there is a deep, meaningful experience for many of you about to transpire in a very near future, and it's going to make you feel settled. So that is the theme. Now, what are we leaving behind? You have 10 of coins in reverse. So obviously in the upright position, the at least financial aspect or the physical aspect of our life here, the things we can see, touch, feel, things like work, possessions, relationships, health, tangible things. I feel many of you are coming, I want to hear, out of desperation. This is for some of you financial hardships. For some of you this is going to be, I don't know why I'm hearing religion. For some of you it's religion. I have no idea even where to place this. So this is maybe for one of you. I feel like you have had enough. So maybe you're changing the way you express your individuality when it comes to your spiritual self. Obviously not for most of you, for some of you. Hardship is what I see. But also, number 10 signifies endings of, and whenever we end something, we always begin something new shortly after. So again, new moon is about beginnings. You are ending. 10 is the last number. So whatever the hardship was for you in your life, you are leaving majority of that behind. And I'm saying, well, how can everybody leave hardships? And what I'm being shown here, a lot of it has to do with your thinking, your belief system, and how you see and feel about yourself as a person, because that will fundamentally shift your perception, as I always talk about, which is my passion. Now, what are you going towards? In the past, there was conflict. Now, because it's shown with wands, it is career connected, but for some of you, this is going to be love and relationships. This is about your fire, your spirit, your passion. It was shown to me in reverse. So what's saying to me is that you are leaving conflict behind. Why am I saying that you're leaving it behind? Because when I asked for clarification, and you have death. So you are leaving, or what you are going towards, ending of hard times, ending of trials, not forever obviously, but you're leaving some difficulty aside. And the death coming makes me feel like you are choosing to consciously walk away from something. Now, where are you going? You're gonna love this. 3 cards came up, wasn't planning on it. Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Emperor. Can it get any better than that? So obviously Wheel of Fortune is luck, the Magician is a brand new beginning, and the Emperor is someone who is in control of their domain. auspicious time is what I want to say. Before I go to the Wheel of Fortune and the other cards, somebody are leaving a very discriminatory situation or decision. It came to me, this is very specific, so for some of you, this will make sense, hopefully. So let me just see what it is that you are going into. So new beginnings, obviously. I hear the word karma. Karmically speaking, you are starting a brand new cycle. There seems to be a lot of opulence, again, is the word that I want to use. And obviously with the Magician, it is about manifestation. So if you are leaving one situation, you are obviously starting one situation. So what is fantastic about this is that the Emperor represents you feeling safe and secure with who you are. So whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, it makes no difference. When you feel empowered, life feels slightly different. Now, because we talked about coming out of an emotional imbalance or an emotional state, the state that I described was one of not a lot of happiness. So to see this, which is control, self-satisfaction, self-assurance, coming from feeling not great, it's basically like a complete picture. That's why I said the word karmic. Now, many of you have been working for this for a long time. For some of you, it's as long as 5 years. Now, I also hear the word contract. For some of you, you may be ending a contract that was just not working. Now, this could be marital contract, this could be work contract, this could be creative contract, it could be contract is the word that I'm seeing. And you are about to start a brand new contract. For some of you, it's signing some sort of documentation regarding your possessions, your prosperity. For some of you, will comes up. It's going to be for a few of you. What is it that I'm seeing, please? For some of you, you're organizing your stuff together so that you can move on. Something related to your past. So for some of you, you are still leaving a situation and you're in the process of gathering your things so that you can move on and start new. For some of you, I see getting on a bus. I don't know what that means other than you may be physically getting on a bus. Maybe you're going for some training. Maybe you're going for a trip. Maybe you're going to a sunny destination that we talked about. For others of you, it represents a journey, but it's, he showed me the physical aspect. It's a new journey in the earth energy. So this is very much work, finances, relationship, health is being underlined, education, anything of that sort. Yes, it could be obviously emotional journey, which that will happen regardless, but they're stressing here. There's a lot of new beginnings when it comes to things like contracts, new beginnings at work. You get the picture. What is it that I'm seeing? So I'm seeing half a moon. Why am I seeing half a moon? Something about distant relatives. What is it that I'm hearing? Okay, this is very interesting. I hear some of you are receiving information from your loved ones that are being referred to as your ancestors. I don't know if this is psychic thing or knowledge. And of course, it's not going to be for some of you. It's not going to be for all of you. It's going to be for some of you. It's kind of unclear. Okay, he's shown it's to do with knowledge, education. Some of you will be starting some sort of education or work that is connected to your ancestors. And this might be about healing. It might be about something else. Very, very specific. So those of you who are meant to hear it, you will hear it. Also, I'm being shown the number 7. So the number 7 is to me very spiritual number. To me, I always describe it as mastering an aspect of ourselves emotionally speaking, because we're here on an emotional journey. And what I'm being shown here is Something for the past 7 months. So you might have been struggling for the past 7 months and that's about to be cleared. Or you might have been struggling with something since July or working, or somehow this is connected 7 months ago or to last July. But also, yeah, about 7 months ago, something came to life or to light for you. Not quite sure what it is, but I'm going to leave that because it's in the past. But also, some of you asked about my nose. That's when spirit is around, that's when my nose is itchy. But for most of you, this is about transitioning from one way of being spiritually speaking to another way of being spiritually speaking. And I'm not necessarily seeing black and white, but again, I'm seeing you walking through a certain door. So there's very much you walking into a new environment within you, shift of perception. Number 7 symbolizes to me aha moments. It's moments when we go, wow, I didn't know that. And now that I know this, everything changes. So that is, I also want to say, very apropos with magician. Because in order for us to manifest and manifest in the way that we desire, oftentimes we need to change or shift our thinking in our belief. So again, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is luck is around you, but it's also number 10, which means you are ending one aspect and beginning another. And I think that's all I want to say. 9 is being signified. Yes, 9 means endings. That's straightforward. I feel like the 9 means something else for you. So whether it's September or something else, I just want to hang it there and see if 9 means something to you. And I think that's all I have. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it makes sense to you. Doesn't make sense to me yet, but I will listen to it again 3 weeks from now or so. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, and for sharing. And if you would like to comment, I love to read it. Please let me know if you like this and what else you would like. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.